What's going on, everybody? It's Hallé with Witness the Light Music, and here I am again doing another live stream. I'm going to be continuing the mix, vocal edits, and mix prep for Song for Signs. I'm just going to let it play as I just get started here. Here we go.
You murder and hate and believe in the waiting. Man, I ain't even judging cause I really made it. I sold it a soul that are ready in favor. Cause here's the pain, and know it was pain. Waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I follow it. Mercy on me. And he sent the spirit that stays. And I hear it with no doubt about call me. Been living wrongly. And only I can take the blame. But with the spirit reflecting in shame, the devil's reversals of life as I change. But grace keep you up when you falling and paid it. You could get saved, just depends how you play it. I'm done with the world, you're obviously Satan. I turn from the world to the image we made it.
All right, guys, so here's what we got so far. So last night I edited and aligned his hook. And this is the hook.
If you live by the sword, then you die by the sword. Are you ready for the war? Are you ready for the war? If you live by the sword, then you die by the sword. Are you ready for the war? Are you ready for the war? On our way up, on our way, on our way up, on our way, on our way up, on our way, on our way up, on our way.
All right, so yeah, that's our hook, and as you can see, I did a bunch of aligning and editing, making sure that the hook was sitting tight and everything was lined up properly. Now, I'm gonna go and do the exact same thing with the verse, but this time I have to do a little bit more manipulating of the takes of the vocal tracks because some takes weren't done parallel to each other, so I'm gonna have to make things match and mix things together to make sure that I'm having equal amount of vocals down the center, and then if he's doing a layer or an ad-lib, we're gonna be making sure that those are put in its proper spot. So follow me as I go along here on the first part of the verse here. Here we go.
You murder and hate and believe in the waiting. Man, I ain't even judging cause I really made it.
All right, perfect. So sounds like this part here is an intro. So I'm gonna treat it as an intro, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate it, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna take this part here, and we're just going to line these parts up together because that's essentially what we got here is just a specific style of intro that he's doing. So let's just select all these functions together, and again our handy dandy synchro VocALign. Turn my mic up a tiny bit so you can hear me. And so here we go. Now we're going to use main A as our, let's see here, perfect. Here's our guide, capture that, that's our dub, capture that, align it.
You murder and hate and believe in the waiting.
So
You murder and hate and believe in the waiting. You murder and hate and believe in the waiting.
all right, perfect. Let's do this again for this one. Now take a little look, see what happens. Slides things around. Another one here.
I sold it a soul that are ready in favor. I sold it a soul that are ready in favor. I sold it a soul that are ready in favor.
Okay, we're gonna put VocALign aside for now. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna listen back to hear what I got here. So looks like this part here has a little bit of we have somewhat of a dub, and then these are all kind of matching together. So I want to keep those together, and I want to align those so they're on point, and they're also sitting parallel with each other in their respective kind of panning that I'm going to do, and we need to do. Make sure that we have an idea, we hear what we want, and we know where things need to sit. In this case, when I have a specific side that I want to, say for example, my left side, my panning,
Here's the pain in nose. Here's the pain in nose.
and then my right side,
Here's the pain in nose. Here's the pain in nose. Here's the pain in nose.
right? So we know that my left and right side are going to be lined up together, so I want to make sure that these are all aligned properly. So let's get that completed.
Here's the pain in nose. Here's the pain in nose.
But one of them continues, right? So what have we have here? Let's take a listen. So he's got a but right here. He says but. So let's keep that. Does he have this exact same word here? He says yeah. Okay, no, that's the end of that word. So what we'll do is we will grab this one and we'll throw it down here. And let's see, we got these are going to be together. I want those to be also panned according to their side, so left and right. This is an intro, so maybe instead of it being left and right, maybe I can do one that's sitting center and the other one has a stereo effect and it's kind of wrapping around it. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see.
Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me. Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me. Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me. Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me. Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me.
All right, so let's get that pan. Let's get those aligned up properly here. Here we go.
Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me.
Oh,
Fought away, mercy.
what do we got here? All right. So VocALign didn't catch that for me, so we're gonna have to do it by hand to make sure that everything is lined up properly.
My mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me. My mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me. Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me.
All right, let's just make sure that we're staying true to what he initially recorded there.
Fought away, mercy on me, on me. Fought away, mercy on me, on me. Fought away, mercy. Fought away, mercy. Fought away, mercy.
Yeah, so there we go. We hear that.
And he said that the spirit but the stage, then I hear it with no.
All right, perfect. So I like what we did there. Now I'm just going to grab that and paste it down here. So I got my main A. If you can look here on the left side of my screen, main A and then main B. So these are all going to be panned according to what I believe sounds good.
You murder and hate and believe in a waiting. Man, I ain't even judging cause I really made it. I sold it a soul that already in favor. Cause here's the pain and always paid it. Been waiting and waiting, I know my mistakes and I fought away, mercy on me, on me. And he said that the spirit but the stage, then I hear it with no doubt but call me.
All right, so I kind of like the idea that we got here is if we can throw this one as his layer and throw it underneath the center. So let's duplicate this track. Once I have the dialog window here, do not select active. Bring that up. And now we're going to set these on center. We're going to make sure that they are kind of working together.
And he said the spirit of the stage, till I hear it with no doubt but call me believer wrongly.
All right, so that sounds like there's a little bit of a harmony that he has there.
Believer wrongly.
Been living wrongly. All right, so if we go...
Believer wrongly. Believer wrongly. Believer wrongly. Believer wrongly.
All right.
Believer wrongly.
What if we bring that up here and see what happens? See if it fits.
Believer wrongly.
All right, let's take a look.
And he said the spirit of the stage, till I hear it with no doubt but call me believer wrongly. And no.
All right, I like it. That'll be a good vibe. All right, so let's bring that over. Make sure that that fits in. Perfect.
And he said the spirit of the stage, till I hear it with no doubt but call me. And he said but call me believer wrongly.
All right, I like it. So I'm gonna consolidate that. And I'm gonna select this as my guide. Go into the dub.
And he said the spirit of the stage, till I hear it with no doubt till I hear it with no doubt but.
All right, so we got a little bit of an error here. All right, I know what to do. Let's go like this. Let's go into slip mode. Right at that transient, the beginning of the word. And let's see, tab, perfect. And perfect. So now, guide, dub, align.
And he said the spirit of the stage. And he said the spirit of the stage.
Okay, and then what have we got here?
Till I hear it with no, till I hear it.
Okay, let's see. So let's use guide on this, dub on this. Let's see if we got it.
Till I hear it with, till I hear.
All right, we got another syllable here, or another little extra bit. So let's see if we can manually adjust it and then get auto align to help us get it.
Till I hear it with.
What does he say here?
Till I hear, till I. Till I hear it, till I hear.
So yeah, he's saying something different. He's pronouncing it differently. So might be a little bit tricky, but we can make it work. Let's see here. All right. What if we? Let's do that. Guide, capture, dub, capture.
Till I hear it. Till I hear it with no doubt but call me. Till I hear. And he said the spirit of the stage. Till I hear it with no.
All right. What if I just get rid of this little piece here and let it blend in?
Till I hear it.
I want to catch here because it looks like he didn't perform the exact same part, right? And if we're doing layers under layers, we want to keep things sounding clean. The parts need to be performed almost identical. So, quick little fix. We'll just slice it up. So we have this word here. Let's see what it is. So he's saying till I. And then from here, what do we have? So it's the exact same thing. All right, let's see.
Till I hear it. 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 Till I hear it.
He's got another. Oh, he's doing a little bit more of a bone on the this lower part here. Okay, so I don't want to slice things up too much, but I think I'm getting a vibe for what I want to do. So make a decision here, and we'll move forward. So I got this one here. That works. We'll do that. Dub, capture, line.
With no data, but with no data, but with.
So those are on. Now we're gonna come over here and.
Tell it hear it with no data, but call me.
So it's not perfect, but I
And
like
he
it.
said that the spirit to stay. Tell it hear it with no data, but call me. Been living wrongly. And only I could take the blame. The world the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's verses of life as I change. But Christ keep you up when you fall.
All right, so you can hear there are some parts that aren't on time together. So let's get those fixed up.
Call me, been living wrongly. Call me, been living wrongly.
That totally reminds me of Bone Thugs. I think Signs grew up on some Bone Thugs.
And only I could take the blame. The world the spirit reflected in shame. Then shame the devil's verses of. Then shame the devil's verses of life as I change.
All right, perfect.
But
That's a breath, so I don't need that there. Let's see what we got here. Perfect. See if VocALign will be nice to us and ultimately do a good job with the aligning of this longer portion. We'll take a look, see here.
And then only I could take the blame. The world the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reverses of life as I change. But then only I could take the blame. The world the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reverses of life as I change. But then only I could take the blame. The world the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reverses of life as I change.
So we got another one. Okay, perfect. So this is a great example of what this type of editing is. So now if I have this one, it'll be sitting on my left. And then let's get this one to be sitting on the right. Let's move some things around here so we don't go over anything here. What am I going to do? Bring this one up. Yeah, let's bring this one up. So I'll grab this. We'll bring this one up just to keep it out of the way. Oops, too much. There we go. So we'll grab that one just to keep it out of the way. And then we'll grab this one. Bring this one up. And now this will be my guide. Capture it. Dub. Capture. Align. Spot. There we go. Let's see what that did.
And only I could take the blame.
So I went over.
And only I could take the blame. The world the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reversals of life as I change. But Christ keep you up when you falling and paid it. You could get saved.
Oops, I closed VocALign up there.
Gotta become.
Sounds like a like an ad lib maybe. That's a breath, so we'll keep the ad lib. I like that. Let's see what else we got here. So sounds like another ad lib. And we got another one here. Sounds like he's laughing or something. Maybe we'll keep that. All right, so what else we got here? This portion here looks like it will be a part of the left-right kind of vibe that we're going for here. So let me bring this one down. Here we go. Let's see what we got here.
Christ keep. Change. Christ keep you up when you fall.
Okay.
Christ keep you up. Christ.
So that has a little bit of a lower. Bring it up.
Christ keep you.
So he's doing some breathing that might affect the performance. So why don't we keep that breath in there, and then
Christ.
and then.
Christ keep.
All right, cool. So now he's more harmonic here, melodic.
Christ keep you up when you falling.
All right, I like that. So I'm guessing that this one here is not the main take. We'll keep more of the melodic one as the main take. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go here. This is what matches. So let's bring up VocALign again. Accidentally closed it. And guide. So this kind of work is, it really is kind of tedious, but it is part of the vocal production and arrangement, right? You want to make sure that everything is equal and that everything sort of sits together well, and that it's tight in its performance.
Christ keep you when you falling in. Christ keep you when you falling in. Christ keep you when you falling in. Christ keep you when you falling in.
All right, I like that. So the left and right sounds good.
Christ keep you.
So that's. If it ends right there, that would be perfect right there.
Change, but Christ keep you when you fall.
Let's see what this happens if I bring this up here. Will it?
But Christ keep you. But Christ keep you when you falling in pain. You can get saved, just depends how you play.
All right. So now, again, this is more or less what I believe will work best for the mix, right? And it's based on my taste, my preference, and also what makes sense. So if I have this is my center vocal, this will be my, so let's keep this as my center, and then this will be my center layer, and then this will be my main left, and then my main right. Okay, so now I know these two will go together, and I can put some sort of like a micro shift from Sound Toys on it, and then my main left and my main right will also go together, and I can just color those together so I have an idea. So while I continue building this, I'll have, I know that this is my intro.
You murder and hate and believe in a waiting. Man, I ain't even judging cause I really made it. I sold it a soul that I'm ready in favor. Cause he has the pain and no one was paying him. Waiting, I know my mistakes and I follow with mercy on me. And he said that the spirit to stay. Till I hear it with no doubt but call me. Been living wrongly, and only I can take the blame. Cause he has the pain and no one was paying him. Waiting, I know my mistakes and I follow with mercy on me. And he said that the spirit to stay. Till I hear mercy mistakes and I follow with mercy.
I hear a little bit of an error here.
I follow with mercy. I follow with mercy. I follow with mercy.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Hey, till I hear it with no doubt but call me. And he said that the spirit to stay. Till I hear it with no doubt but call me. Been living wrongly, and only I can take the blame. The word of the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reversals of life as I change. But Christ keep you up when you falling in pain. You can get saved, just depends how you play. I'm done with the world.
All right, so we moved on. We got.
Keep you up when you falling in pain.
Okay, let's see here. We got. Now, am I going to want to keep these as, left, right, or am I want to keep one as the center and one as a? So that's what I'll do is I'm gonna grab this breath. Pretty sure it's a breath. Bring that up. Now this will be sitting as a layer.
You can get saved, just depends how you play.
All right. So we have something to. So with these two here, these two specifically, they don't match up with anything. So I would then grab these and I would kind of convert them into ad-libs. So what I want to do is I want to grab a new track. We'll just duplicate this one here. We won't keep the, we will deselect active playlist, and then we'll just name this as ad-libs. Way over here. Sorry, let me bring it down from my top screen. Ad-libs, perfect. So because these don't match up, let's just take these and use them as ad-libs, just like we have these. Those will be ad-libs, and then this one also will be an ad-lib. It doesn't match, but we'll make it work, and we'll have it, we'll have it cleaned up, EQ'd, and compressed according to what it is, right? So, all right. So now these phase left and phase right, we'll keep these the way they are right now. And again, these ones don't match up here. Let's listen to what we got here.
Cause y'all obvious. Cause y'all obvious.
Obviously, so you're saying obviously, these are all matching here. So let's see if I can.
Obviously. Y'all obvious.
Okay, we'll grab that, bring that up. All right. See, things that don't match is what we're trying to create as our ad-libs here. So let's.
With no doubt but call me, been living wrongly. And only I can take the blame. The world, but the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reversals of life as I change. But Christ keep you up when you falling and paid it. You could get saved, it just depends how you play it.
All right, perfect. Here we go. I'm now going to VocALign these. Let's get that in there.
You could get saved, just depends how you play it.
All right, perfect. I'll get these ones aligned as well.
You paid it.
Perfect.
Just depends.
Get these ones lined up as well.
Depends how you play it.
So again, just to reiterate, the goal here is to clean up some vocals, edit some vocals, when sometimes the performer is not going to perform everything identical. So one take might have an additional syllable, an additional part. So that's where we want to adjust everything and make things sort of stand out separately from each other, and whatever is supposed to be together to kind of be tight specifically. So if you have something that is not perfectly performed and it's sitting on the left, it's going to throw everything off center. You're going to hear an extra syllable on the left, depending on how you have everything panned. You're going to hear an extra syllable, an extra word on the left, and it might throw things off. It might makes the performance sound sloppy. So instead of messing with that, we just grab that syllable, grab that word, put it in the center, or take it out, maybe completely get rid of it, because if it's a background vocal, it's not going to affect too much of the performance. So that's kind of the focus here. As you can see, when I go back to the DAW, and I go back to ProTools, that's what I did here with this one. This one was not matching anything that we had performed, that he had in his performance. And so instead of having it kind of throw things off whack, it would have been sitting, on the right side, and a little bit on the right side it would have been sitting and would have thrown off the performance. You would have had an extra syllable, an extra 2 syllables on the right side. So instead, might as well just throw it off in the center so you have the ad-lib. So you're sort of creating your own ad-lib. You're producing, you're editing, you're cleaning things up, you're aligning things up. This all goes into the session before you start mixing. It's super vital that if you want to have high quality mixes, of course, learning the tools EQ, compression, reverb, and learning and understanding how those things are going to affect the sound that you're working on. But this is one of the big parts as well, is just the source and everything that you have. So that's kind of my main goal here, is to show you guys what my process is. I'm almost done. And then from there, it's nothing but mixing, right? We get things set up ready for mixing, and then it's like getting the dinner table ready, just to enjoy that meal. So, but yeah, so let's keep it going. I'm almost there. Where are we here? Let's take a look here.
It just depends how you play. I'm done with the world, 'cause you're obviously done with. I'm done.
All right, what do we got?
I'm
I think we got a word here. We could probably bring this over a little bit. Is he saying I'm? And this is a breath.
play. I'm done with the world.
So let's get that breath out of there. Since we got some other vocals kind of harmonizing with them. Let's see what we got.
Play. I'm done with the world.
All right, let's see what that sounds like.
Play. I'm done with. Depends how you play. I'm done with the world, 'cause you're obviously paid. You could get saved. Just depends how you play. I'm done with the world, 'cause you're obviously.
All right, perfect. So now what we have here is a couple stacks. Let's clean everything up. So now we have to decide what we want to do. So let's see what we got here. Let's listen to this.
You're obvious. You're obviously.
So he's saying, yeah.
You're obvious.
All right, I like that. So what I want to do is I'm going to move things around. We're going to move this one down. We're going to move this one down. I'm going to grab these here, and we're going to use this as the layer. We're going to move this up.
You're obvious.
So I have my center vocal and then my center layer. In my center layer, I'm going to use something like a micro shift or something with a Haas delay effect that will separate the center channel, that will make it delayed or it kind of sound wider and even delayed in both channels. So that way it kind of creates a blanket or a space where that center vocal is being hugged by the other vocal, creating that layered effect.
You're
So
obviously.
let's see what we got
You're
here.
obviously Satan.
All right, cool. Let's line this phrase up here. And okay, here we go.
You're obviously Satan. You're obviously Satan. And I turn from the world to. And I turn from the world to the world to
So we have a little bit of a different performance here.
world to the.
All right, so it sounds like he's taking a breath right there, and he's actually saying world here. Do I have anything else? No, I don't. So what I will do here in this case is
And I turn from the obviously Satan.
before I move on, actually, let's get these all lined up as well. So we got
You're obviously Satan.
all right. So let me think. What's the best route here? What if I bring this one down? How about that? Let's do that. Let's bring this, delete this since that's part of that, and we'll bring this one down.
Obviously.
So let's see what we got here. It's kind of like an ad lib.
Obviously Satan.
Okay, perfect. So let's let's make this one the main take. We'll go capture that one. Oh, we want to make sure it starts here. All right, perfect. So here we go. We'll capture this one, dub this one, spot it on.
Obviously Satan.
Okay, perfect. Capture that one.
Obviously Satan.
Perfect. And let's just do that one with this. Some of these imperfections you won't hear.
Obviously Satan.
You won't hear the imperfections. You will hear the off times, and that's
obviously Satan. Obviously Satan.
all right. So now that's
Yo,
cleaner.
obviously Satan.
Okay, that's cleaner. So now let's move on.
Turn from the world to the image we made.
So I like that. Let's that's a breath. Let's get rid of that breath. And we'll bring it over here. Okay, so what do we got a better performance
To
of?
the image. To the image. Over to the image. Turn from the world to. Turn from the world to the image. Turn from the world to the image we made it. Turn from the world to the image.
A couple breaths. What if I take that out and take this out, and we'll just create.
Turn from the world to.
Let's see if that works. Let's see how that sounds.
Turn from the world to the image.
Ooh, that didn't work at all. Okay. Let's see what else we can do here. So I'll take the strongest take as my main take, the one that doesn't have as many breaths.
Turn from the world.
I'm thinking it's
Turn from the world to the. Turn from the world.
or.
World.
So he's saying world here. So what if I grabbed this, brought it up, and leveled it up a bit, and that's where worlds was supposed to be. He missed it, but we got it.
Turn from the world to the. Turn from the world to the image.
No, that's not gonna work either. It's a different style of performance. All right. So now let's listen back here with music and see maybe we can get some inspiration from the music. Let's see what we got. Here we go.
Yo, obviously Satan. I turn from the world to the image we made it. Turn from the world to the image we made it. Turn from the world to the image we made it. Turn we made it.
Okay, well, let's move on then because it's not too bad. And I think it'll work. Let's move on here.
We made the image we made it.
I think that's it. I think that's the verse. Let's take a listen.
You murder and hate and believe in a waiting. Man, I ain't even judging cause I really made it. I sold it a soul that already in favor. Cause he has the pain and know I was paying him. Waiting, I know my mistakes and I follow with mercy on me. And he said that the spirit that stayed. Till I hear it with no doubt but call me. Been living wrongly. And only I can take the blame. The word of the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reversals of life as I change. But Christ keep you up when you falling and paid it. You could get saved, just depends how you play it. I'm done with the world, cause you're obviously Satan. I turn from the world to the image we made it.
All right. So I'm liking what we got so far. Let's bring this one down here just to make it even.
We made it. You murder and hate and believe in a waiting. Man, I ain't even judging cause I really made it. I sold it a soul that already in favor. Cause he has the pain and know I was paying him. Waiting, I know my mistakes and I follow with mercy on me. And he said that the spirit that stayed. Till I hear it with no doubt but call me. Been living wrongly. And only I can take the blame. The world but the spirit reflected in shame. The devil's reversals of life as I change. But grace keep you up when you falling and paid it. You could get saved, just depends how you play it. I'm done with the world, cause you're obviously Satan. I turn from the world to the image we made it. If you live by the sword, then you die by the sword. Are you ready for the war? Are you ready for the war? If you live by the sword, then you die by the sword. Are you ready for the war? Are you ready for the war? On our way up, on our way, on our way up, on our way, on our way up, on our way, on our way up, on our way. If you live by the sword.
All right. So, okay. Well, so we went over some editing techniques, some ideas that I wanted to share with you guys if you're watching on a replay, that involved grabbing the vocals, the performances, the tracks that may not make sense in the way that they were performed. Maybe some errors were made. Maybe some syllables were missed. Grabbing the tracks and editing them to make them make sense sonically and also in their proper space. So that's technically my that was technically my desire to show you guys and to break down my process and my thought process. As you can tell, some aspects of this for me specifically didn't turn out the way I wanted. There were a little bit of some performances that, if we were in the studio again, I would get the artist to do another take. Also, during the performance, I'd be making sure that every track, every take that's being done matches at least the idea of what needs to go into getting the vocals to match. Either you got the vocals in the center, you got a layer under that, you got some dubs under that, and then also you got vocals on the left, the right, and then stacking those vocals and making sure that they're all performed almost identically. Not identically in the sense that they have to sound exactly the same. They're going to have their nuances and maybe even different pitches and different harmonies, but they're going to be performed with the lyrics, the syllables, the length of how long certain words are being held, and how short certain words are, maybe how punchy certain words are. So that, those elements are very, very important, and I think that if you're in the session with an artist and you're in the middle of recording them and you realize I have everything I need, but you go back and you realize, oh no, some of this stuff doesn't make sense, some of the recordings aren't lining up. Well, this is the process. This is literally the process that I go through to make sure everything that I've been sent matches, make sure everything that I've been sent has a cohesive kind of vibe and a flow. If you don't do that, you're going to have vocals shooting off to the left and the right that may not make sense, and you're going to have maybe some vocals that kind of pop out of nowhere, and you want to make sure that you deal with those before you go into the mix. So then you are literally grouping things together, and when you're treating a specific channel, that you're treating a specific group of vocals that are supposedly supposed to be doing what you believe they're doing, like background vocals, layers, dubs, ad-libs, center vocals, hook vocals, and then from there you got your center layers, you got your hook layers, all of those types of things. So, all right, so I think that'll be it for tonight. Hopefully my next stream will be me actually mixing the hook, and then kind of breaking down my process, specifically going into details as to what sort of plugins I'm going to be using, and then why I use what I use and do what I do. So If you are watching on the replay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you can, please like and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified every time I go live and when I upload a new video. So thank you again, and hopefully you guys have a safe weekend. Take care.
If you live by the sword, then you die by the sword. Are you ready for the war? Are you ready for the war? If you live by the sword, then you die by the sword. Are you ready for the war? Are you ready for the war? On our way, yo. On our way. 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 If you live by the sword, then you die by the sword. Are you ready for the war?